morning, good evening, good night, family caregivers. Welcome back to Lana's Little Things with me, Dr. Lana, specialist gerontologist. And we're going to talk tonight, well, tonight in my time, on how to get your teenagers involved in family caregiving. How do they understand? Help them to understand, navigate not only what they're going through, but how they can, what's happening in the family, the change in dynamics in the family, and seeking extra help if required. So that's what we're going to talk about. So remember to like, subscribe, tell a friend, share this, and just join in the discussion. Let me know how it's happening in your family and what works for you. So, teenagers, ugh, the big word, the big T. Wow, we've all, adults, have all been teenagers. You know how that, especially for, well, for all, both genders, male and female. There's a time of transition. It's a time of confusion. It could be a time of just like just trying to figure who I am, especially nowadays. Gen Z and generation uh is it alpha? Yes, the young other ones. They're tending to have a lot of stress, especially when it comes to technological challenges. So cyberbullying and just trying to navigate a world out there that is fraught with, it seems, danger from all sides. And then home life changes. Home life, which should be stable, is now radically changed because granddad, grandmom is now, even if they weren't living at home before, they now have moved in because you decided to help take care of them and let them age in place, which is a wonderful thing. But believe me, whew, it takes a lot out of you, and you know, as a family caregiver, it is a lot. So, on this channel, where we talk about living agelessly, bridging generational gaps, and family caregiving, and life itself, we're going to bring all that together tonight, my time. And we'll see how we can help your teenager to better navigate and also find their place in family caregiving, which will also help you as well. In two ways, it will help take some of the load off of you, and secondly, you get to show them the bigger picture. And remember, when time is coming, they're the ones who are probably going to be taking care of you. Let's hope. So you want to show them a good example and let them see that this is okay. This is tough, but this is okay. But this is life, and we're gonna be, life is lifing, and we're gonna work with it. And you're gonna be a safe space for you as a teenager to help you to navigate what's happening with your life as well. Because many teenagers, they will tend to more withdraw than communicate, as even if you would have had a great dynamic before, because family caregiving is its own ecosystem, so it changes everything. It just changes how they feel. But what you want your teenager to feel is respected, included, involved, validated, and safe, and help them to understand. So it's not just a matter of, okay, well, we just look it up online and we know the diagnosis, and here's what was going to happen, and we got to give her medication, we got to take care, we got to change the sheets, we got to do some more housework, you got to chip in some more. No. Let's have a safe space again where we can have a discussion as a family, respectful, involve them, and empower them in the caregiving, and help them to navigate this world and see the bigger picture again. So we're gonna just concentrate on teenagers because children, that's a whole. There's too many ages to navigate. So let's deal with one at a time. And teenagers crossing over, they have a lot. They can be involved a lot more than the younger ones, and they have a lot more going on. So I thought that would be a good thing to discuss. Yes, you can say, Dr. Lani, you don't have any teenage children. I don't have any children, period. But I was a teenager. I was a teenage girl. I did grow up with older persons in the house. So, hey, we have a little bit of a platform to talk from. And you hear it from friends and family. And I see it every day in families in the office. So, and persons are close and they talk. So we get to know what You can go on and what works and sometimes what does not work. Now, what first to do is to sit with, let the older person know, let the teenager know first. Well, we have to, we've made a change, and Gran's not doing well. She's not safe in her own home, so we're gonna bring her with us. Or some families move to the family home and they maybe rent their own home, and a lot of things can happen. But we're talking about in-house care where the family's mainly doing the main work. You're the prime caregiver with a teenager in house. So you want to sit them down, let them know what's happening, let them know one of the diagnosis that you may know. Let's say the teenager had a close relationship with his grandparents and now they're changing. That's a lot for them to process. And while this brain is switching from childhood to adulthood, a lot is going on as they try to make an identity for themselves, navigate what's happening in the world, what's happening biologically and physiologically in their own bodies, mentally and spiritually, emotionally, and then to have to navigate family caregiving, it is a lot. So give them grace for the space and always have a respectful, I hear you, I see what you're saying, you matter, and what you say matters to me. Communication is lifeblood. So it is key. It's not necessarily about saying the right things or getting a book and being able to explain it the perfect way. No. It's just communication, listening and hearing and having feedback loops and understanding. But teenagers also would love autonomy because they're becoming a person who has to live in this world on their own and be in charge of something. And trust me, those who are in family caregiving, teenagers, they end up being generally in the workplace the responsible one, the one you can rely on, the ones who actually get um, have a better work ethic than many because they've had that discipline from home. So it works in a good way, even though it's a challenging environment. So what are some ways that you can get them involved? As you said, we talked before, get them, get their okay. Don't just tell them what to do. Get their okay, get the older person's okay in doing it. So there's some things. So first of all, help, ask them if they want to be involved in going to the doctor. They may not want to because that might be a scary place. But if they do, let them come in as necessary. And also, if they have questions to the doctor, let them ask the questions. You might be surprised at the things that they might have to ask that you didn't think about or they didn't ask you. And they want to know. Or if they don't want to go, when we come home from the doctor, say, well, this is what changed, this is what happened, this is how we're working it. Again, get them involved. The more communication there is, the better. And it's better for everyone, for you, for the older person, for the whole family dynamic in general. Speaking of doctor's visits, what about helping with medication? You know, there's those little pill boxes if the person has other illnesses such as high blood pressure or any non-communicable disease and they need medication. They can give them some autonomy. Ask them, would you like to let me let you know what these medications are, and you're in charge of monitoring and filling out the box for Brand. They may surprise you. They'll be very diligent at it. And if they one day or two they miss it, don't just don't get down on them. Again, teenagers feel rejection in a way that stings, and so you don't want to discourage them. You want to always be reinforcing the thing, but that gives them autonomy, so they feel, hey, I'm in charge of something. You trust me with something. I feel good about that. If they're old enough to drive and you're safe for them to drive, and they want to drive you to the appointment, the doctor's appointment, and then go and maybe go to the supermarket or wait for you, let them do that. Ask them first, though. Always ask. Get their okay. They're saying, well, I'm in charge of them. They're my child. No, yeah, but you want them to be a responsible adult, and it starts by giving them some autonomy, authority, permission, grace, so they can drive. Let them drive. So fussy they'll be driving. I'm driving Gran. I'm driving my mom. Driving dad. You're living in a home. A home has a lot of responsibility. There's cooking, there's cleaning, there's mopping, there's wiping, there's dishes. You know the list goes on and on. We can ask them, well, these are the chores we have. We can parcel it out. Which ones would you like to take? And let them choose. They may prefer to do the outside and make sure it's safe, especially if you want to take the older person walking outdoors, or they may prefer the indoor activities. Give them a choice. Let them do it, but let them do something. And also remember, if they say they don't want to do anything, gently reinforce. Well, that's not how it works in life. If you're going to be working and being disciplined and involved and want a responsible job and feel involved and validated, there is some tough work involved in life itself. So this will help you to better yourself, to get a good job, to kind of figure out what you like and what you don't like, and how you can do a good job, especially when you don't feel like it. Show them by your example of going to work, coming home, being diligent, doing all the things. Show them what that is not a burden, but it is a responsibility, and it's something that has to be done. So it's not whether you like it or not, but it is. Well, this still has to be done, and it will make you a better person. And they'll surprise you. Teenagers tend to surprise you. They give them grace. They surprise you and doing well. And most teenagers who have discipline and family responsibilities at home tend to do very well in the workplace. So you're giving them an opportunity to become even better adults, even more responsible adults. Daily living assistance directly with their grandparent, your mom or dad, that might be a little challenging. So they may not want to deal with like soiled linen and so on. But what about when you finish cleaning? Let them see you cleaning as well. If the older person permits, I'm not talking about the private parts of and the making it let them see what is undignified. But I'm saying just let them know what is involved in cleaning, and then after that, they can be involved in spreading the bed, getting it done, folding the laundry, or maybe doing the less soiled laundry and getting that involved, or hanging it out. Something that involves them in the household, daily living, dressing, and grooming. Maybe they can help with cooking, preparing the meals, making sandwiches, getting dinner on, doing their own lunch. Get them involved. And then there are two more things. Technology, well, they can run circles all around technology, especially Gen Z. They just got it going on. So let them, especially if you have relatives overseas, why not give them the gadgets to join by FaceTime, join by Zoom, have family time together. When you come home, give them a chance to express themselves. Let them say how their day was. Give them a chance to express themselves, to express how they're feeling. Don't and hear them. Really hear them and listen. Also, let them see how you take care of yourself because you got to keep your cup full. So let them see that caregiving is not about just martyrdom. It is about being involved. A tough job, oh boy, but and it has its rewards too because then the older parent, the grandparent, will feel it, will be involved as well, and it will bode well for everyone. That I said two more things, but no, it's like a third, a bonus one, you could say. If it becomes harder than you think and you find your teenager withdrawing, it's maybe a time for family counseling. You'd have to discuss that as a family and maybe make a decision either way. But it's always a good thing to monitor them and observe and see if they're getting more withdrawn and things are changing. Family caregiving is not for the faint hearted, it is tough. Navigating teenage life and my family caregiving, oh, that is its own creature. But get your teenagers involved. It's helpful for you. It's helpful for the older one. Gives them autonomy. Makes for a better family dynamic and a better and loving family system. From my heart to yours, hope this was helpful. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will do some more of this next time. So take care of yourself and take care of others, and it makes for the bigger picture better.